Welcome back to the channel, USA Coins 69, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today, we're journeying into the world of American coinage with a spotlight on a fascinating piece, the 1967 Roosevelt Dime. This dime is more than just a piece of metal. You might be surprised to learn that some versions of this coin, especially those with specific mint marks and conditions, can be worth an incredible $90,000. Stay tuned, because we're going to unpack everything that makes this coin so special, from its history and design to its rarity and market value. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946 as a tribute to Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt's leadership during challenging times and his efforts to combat polio through the March of Dimes campaign earned him a permanent place on this beloved coin. On the front, you'll see his dignified profile, a design that has stood the test of time. The reverse features a torch, symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch for peace and an oak branch representing strength. This iconic design has been a constant in American currency for decades now, focusing on 1967, a pivotal year in American history marked by social change and cultural evolution. The U.S. Mint produced Roosevelt dimes primarily at the Philadelphia Mint. It's important to note that 1967 was during the transition period when the U.S. Mint stopped including mint marks on coins from 1965 through 1967 as part of an effort to curb coin hoarding during the coin shortage. However, some coins from this era, especially those with certain mint characteristics or errors, have become highly prized. While the majority of 1967 Roosevelt dimes were circulated widely, many bear the wear and tear of everyday use. But collectors seek out those that remain in exceptional condition, coins with sharp details, brilliant surfaces, and no signs of circulation, known as uncirculated or mint state coins. These specimens retain their original luster and can command premium prices, especially when professionally graded. Grading organizations like PCGS and NGC assign numerical grades to coins to reflect their condition. For a 1967 Roosevelt dime, coins graded MS 65 and above are considered rare, and grades of MS 67 or MS 68 place the coin in an elite category. Collectors prize these high-grade coins because of their scarcity and high appeal. Besides condition, rarity can also come from unique minting errors and variations. During the coin striking process, mistakes sometimes occur, creating what numismatists call error coins. For the 1967 Roosevelt dime, common errors include double dies, where the design or date appears doubled or shadowed, and off-center strikes, where the coin's design is not properly aligned with the metal blank, leading to a partially blank area on the coin's surface. Another sought-after variety is the presence of die cracks or die breaks, tiny fissures in the coin's design caused by worn or damaged dies. These flaws can make a coin unique and more valuable to collectors. While no mint marks appear on 1967 dimes, certain subtle differences in die varieties have made some coins stand out in collector circles. Most 1967 Roosevelt dimes you find today are worth only their face value, but when preserved in exceptional condition or featuring unique errors, their value can skyrocket. These rare coins attract collectors willing to pay a premium to complete their sets or own a piece of numismatic history. And here's the exciting part. An exceptional 1967 Roosevelt dime, one that is perfectly preserved in mint state condition or features a rare minting error, has been valued at a staggering $90,000. Imagine a dime that's been in circulation for decades suddenly revealing itself as a treasure worth tens of thousands. This story highlights the thrill and mystery of coin collecting. It shows us that sometimes, what looks like an ordinary coin can be hiding extraordinary value just waiting to be discovered. Today, we're shining the spotlight on a fascinating piece from the United States, the 1979 Roosevelt dime. At first glance, it looks like your everyday dime, but hold on, because some versions with specific mint marks and conditions can be worth an incredible $93,000. Let's explore what makes this coin so special, its history, and why collectors are willing to pay top dollar for it. The Roosevelt dime has been an iconic part of American currency since it was first minted in 1946. It honors Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, whose leadership during tough times and his efforts against polio through the March of Dimes earned him a permanent place on this coin. The design features his distinguished profile on the front, with a torch symbolizing liberty on the back, flanked by olive and oak branches, representing peace and strength respectively. This classic design has remained consistent, making the Roosevelt Dime instantly recognizable. Now, focusing on 1979, a year filled with both challenges and growth in the United States, the Mint produced millions of these dimes at two major facilities, Philadelphia and Denver. Dimes from Denver bear the famous D Mint mark, while Philadelphia coins often carry no mint mark. Also, proof coins made for collectors came from the San Francisco Mint, marked with an S. These different mint marks are crucial because they affect the rarity and value of the coin. While most 1979 Roosevelt dimes were used for everyday transactions and show signs of wear, some survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. These mint state coins retain their original luster, sharp details, and free of scratches or damage. Grading companies like PCGS and NGC evaluate these coins and assign grades ranging from MS 60, which is the lowest uncirculated grade, up to MS 70, which is considered perfect. For the 1979 dime, coins graded MS 65 and above are uncommon, and those graded MS 67 or higher are especially prized by collectors, but condition alone isn't the only thing that drives a coin's value. The 1979 Roosevelt dime is also known for some intriguing mint errors and varieties that collectors love. During the striking process, mistakes can happen, creating coins that are one of a kind. Common errors include double dies, where parts of the design appear doubled or shadowed, off-center strikes that shift the design and expose blank edges, and repunched mint marks, where the mint mark is stamped more than once, creating a blurred effect. These errors are highly sought after because they make the coin unique. For example, a double die error on the date or lettering can be quite striking and rare. Off-center strikes are fascinating as each one is different depending on how far off-center the coin was struck. Repunched mint marks offer another layer of intrigue, showing the imperfect, human side of the minting process. The mint mark itself is a significant factor. Coins from Denver, Philadelphia, and San Francisco differ in rarity, with some proof coins from San Francisco being especially valuable when in pristine condition. Proof coins are struck with polished dies on polished blanks, resulting in a mirror-like finish that's highly attractive to collectors. Most 1979 Roosevelt dimes you find will be worth little more than face value unless they're in exceptional condition or have rare minting errors. However, those that are preserved in top-tier mint state condition or feature one of these rare errors can command prices that far exceed expectations. Now, here's the big reveal: a remarkable 1979 Roosevelt dime, perfectly preserved in mint state condition and/or exhibiting rare minting errors, has been valued at an astonishing $93,000. Yes, that's right, a coin you might find in your change jar could be a highly valuable collectible. This is what makes coin collecting such an exciting hobby. You never know when a simple coin could be a hidden gem worth a small fortune. Today, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the 1975 Roosevelt dime. It may look like a typical dime from your pocket, but some versions of this 1975 Roosevelt dime, especially those with specific mint marks and rare conditions, can be worth an incredible $98,000. So stick around as we explore the story, design, rarity, and value behind this extraordinary coin. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946 to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, a leader remembered for his dedication to fighting polio and his influential role during the Great Depression and World War II. His profile graces the obverse of the dime, a design that has become an enduring symbol of American resilience. The reverse features a torch, symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch representing peace and an oak branch standing for strength, an iconic and timeless design that collectors have cherished for decades. Turning to the year 1975, this was a period of change and progress in America, and the U.S. Mint produced millions of Roosevelt dimes that year. The coins were struck at two main facilities, Philadelphia, which typically produced coins without a mint mark, and Denver, which used the familiar D mint mark. There were also special proof coins from San Francisco, marked with an S. Each of these mint marks carry significance because they can influence a coin's rarity and value. the vast majority of 1975 Roosevelt dimes circulated heavily and show the wear and tear of everyday use. However, the real treasures lie in the ones preserved in exceptional, mint state condition. These coins have no signs of wear, retain their original mint luster, and display sharp, clear details. Grading organizations like PCGS and NGC assess these coins and assign a grade, with MS 60 marking the lower end of uncirculated coins and MS 70 being perfect. For the 1975 dime, coins graded MS 65 or above are already considered rare finds, and those graded MS 67 or higher are extremely desirable among collectors. Beyond just condition, what truly sets some 1975 Roosevelt dimes apart are unique minting errors and varieties. These occur when something goes slightly wrong during the striking process, resulting in one-of-a-kind coins that become prized collectibles. One of the most sought-after errors includes double dies, where elements like the date or lettering appear doubled or shadowed under magnification. Off-center strikes, where the coin is struck incorrectly and the design is misaligned, are another fascinating variety that collectors seek out. There are also repunched mint marks, where the mint mark itself is stamped multiple times in different positions, creating a blurred or doubled appearance. These irregularities provide a glimpse into the complexity of the minting process and make each error coin unique. The mint mark itself plays a crucial role in value. Coins from Denver, Philadelphia, and San Francisco differ in rarity and demand. Proof coins from San Francisco, known for their mirror-like finish and exceptional detail, often command a premium, especially when kept in pristine condition. Most 1975 Roosevelt dimes you come across today are worth their face value or just a little more if in better condition. But those preserved in top condition or bearing rare errors can attract serious interest and high prices from collectors and investors alike. Now for the exciting part, this is the moment you've been waiting for. A 1975 Roosevelt dime, preserved in exceptional mint state condition or featuring a rare minting error, has been valued at a staggering $98,000. Yes, a single dime, barely larger than your fingernail, can hold that kind of value. This incredible story reminds us why coin collecting is so thrilling. Sometimes, what appears to be a common coin can turn out to be a rare treasure that commands an impressive price. Today, we're diving into a fascinating chapter of American numismatics, the 1974 Roosevelt dime. At first glance, this dime might look like the everyday change jingling in your pocket, but don't be fooled. Certain versions of this coin, especially those with specific mint marks and rare conditions, are highly sought after and can be worth an astonishing $88,000. So, stick around as we uncover the story, design, rarity, and value of this remarkable coin. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 as a tribute to Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt's legacy as a champion against polio and a leader during some of the most challenging times in American history is immortalized in this coin. His dignified profile graces the obverse, a symbol of perseverance and leadership. On the reverse, we find the iconic Torch of Liberty, flanked by olive and oak branches, symbols of peace and strength that have made this design timeless and beloved among collectors. Now, let's zoom in on the year 1974. The United States was experiencing a period of change and uncertainty, from political shifts to economic challenges. Meanwhile, the U.S. Mint was busy producing millions of Roosevelt dimes that year. These coins came from two primary mints, Philadelphia, which usually didn't stamp a mint mark, and Denver, where coins bear the famous D. There were also limited proof coins from San Francisco, marked with an S. The mint mark plays a crucial role in determining the coin's rarity and value, making it essential for collectors to identify where their coin originated. Most 1974 Roosevelt dimes you'll find in circulation show typical wear and tear, signs of a hardworking coin that's passed through countless hands. But the real gems are those that survived in mint condition, untouched by the rigors of daily use. These uncirculated coins boast full luster, crisp details, and a sharp strike. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC evaluate these coins, assigning grades from MS 60 for the lowest mint state to the coveted MS 70, representing perfection. For 1974 Roosevelt dimes, coins graded MS-65 or higher are already scarce, with MS-67 and above considered truly exceptional. What makes the 1974 Roosevelt Dime even more exciting are the rare minting errors and varieties that can make a coin stand out in any collection. Minting is a precise process, but it's not immune to mistakes. These errors turn ordinary coins into extraordinary collectibles. One common and highly valued error is the double die, where elements such as the date or lettering appear to have a shadow or double image when viewed closely. Off-center strikes, where the coin's design is shifted from the center, reveal unusual and eye-catching misalignments that collectors love. Another fascinating variety is the repunched mint mark, when the mint mark is stamped more than once, creating a blurred or doubled effect. The mint mark's importance can't be overstated. Denver coins with the D mint mark, Philadelphia's no mint mark issues, and San Francisco's S proof coins all have their place in the collecting world. Proof coins, especially, are prized for their mirror-like finish and extraordinary detail, often commanding a premium when preserved in pristine condition. Most 1974 Roosevelt dimes you come across will be worth face value or a little more if they're in decent condition. But if you happen to have one in top-tier mint state condition or with a rare minting error, you could be holding a coin that attracts serious attention and big money from collectors and investors alike. And now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. Some 1974 Roosevelt dimes, especially those in flawless mint condition or displaying rare minting errors, have been valued at an impressive $88,000. Yes, a single dime, small and seemingly ordinary, can be a treasure beyond belief. Today, we're embarking on an exciting journey into the world of American numismatics, focusing on a coin that might just be hiding some serious value, the 1981 Roosevelt dime. It might look like the everyday dime you use for vending machines or parking meters, but this particular coin, especially with certain mint marks and in exceptional condition, can be worth a jaw-dropping $94,000. Let's uncover the history, design, rarity, and astonishing value behind this fascinating piece. The Roosevelt dime first entered circulation in 1946, created as a tribute to Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt was widely admired for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, as well as his relentless fight against polio. His profile on the dime's obverse is more than just a portrait, it symbolizes strength, resilience, and hope. The reverse of the coin features the iconic Torch of Liberty, symbolizing freedom, flanked by an olive branch representing peace and an oak branch standing for strength. This timeless design has been a staple of American coinage for decades. Now, let's focus on 1981, a year when the U.S. Mint produced millions of Roosevelt dimes. These coins were struck primarily at two mints, Philadelphia, which typically didn't use a mint mark at that time, and Denver, which proudly stamped the letter D on its coins. Additionally, the San Francisco Mint produced proof coins with the S mint mark, known for their mirror-like finish and sharp detail. Each mint mark carries its own importance for collectors, as they can affect the rarity and desirability of a coin. Most 1981 Roosevelt dimes you encounter have been heavily circulated, showing the wear and tear of decades of use. However, the coins that truly capture the attention of collectors are those preserved in mint state condition, meaning they have no signs of wear, retain their original luster, and display all the fine details of the original strike. Grading companies like PCGS and NGC evaluate these coins and assign grades ranging from MS-60 to MS-70, with the latter representing a perfect coin. For the 1981 dime, coins graded MS-65 or above are considered quite rare, and those at MS-67 or higher are highly sought after. But what really sets some 1981 Roosevelt dimes apart are rare minting errors and unique varieties. The minting process is complex, and sometimes mistakes happen that create collectible anomalies. One of the most famous errors is the double die, where parts of the design, such as the date or lettering, appear doubled or shadowed under magnification. Off-center strikes are another intriguing variety, where the design is misaligned, creating a partial or distorted image. Repunched mint marks, where the mint mark is stamped more than once, produce a blurry or doubled look and are highly prized by collectors. The mint mark on the coin plays a significant role in determining its value. Coins from Denver, Philadelphia, and San Francisco differ in scarcity and collector demand. Proof coins from San Francisco are particularly prized because of their superior finish and limited production. For most people, a 1981 Roosevelt dime is just a dime, worth its face value. But those rare coins that have survived in exceptional condition or display unique errors can attract attention from serious collectors and investors, commanding prices far beyond what you'd expect. And now for the highlight, the moment you've been waiting for. A 1981 Roosevelt dime in flawless mint condition or with a rare minting error has been valued at an incredible $94,000. That's right, a single dime, small and familiar, can be a treasure of immense worth. This amazing story serves as a reminder of the excitement and possibility that comes with coin collecting. Sometimes, the coins you think are ordinary hold extraordinary value just waiting to be uncovered. Thank you so much for joining me on this detailed exploration of the 1981 Roosevelt dime. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future coin discoveries. Until next time, keep your coins safe, your eyes sharp, and happy collecting.